Good morning, guys. So, my topic is headings and subheadings. Headings are short words or phrases that usually appear at the top of a page. They let the reader know what the page, chapter, or section of text is about. Headings help to organize the information on the page. They're usually in large or bold type, so they're set apart from the rest of the words. Subheadings further help to break down the text into smaller chunks. They give the reader an idea of what to expect in each section of the page or part of the chapter. By looking at the heading or subheading before reading the text that follows, we can get our brains ready for what's to come. By skimming the headings or subheadings, we can also find the information we're looking for much faster. So, if we look at the example I have listed here using headings and subheadings. Headings and subheadings are found in many nonfiction books. They help to organize the text on the page. They also give the reader information about the text that follows. So if you look here, you see the heading, I'll find skiing, and the subheading is like a smaller font, however still bold. You can use headings and subheadings to make predictions about the text you read. You can also use them quickly to locate information on a page. Locate headings. Have students browse nonfiction books and magazines and use sticky notes to mark examples of headings and subheadings. I like to have students share out so they can see a variety of examples, especially those that are in the form of a question. Practice turning headings into questions. This is a great way for students to activate their schema and think about what they already know about that topic and what they might find as they read. So a few examples that I used here from a list of teachers, we're looking how to make predictions with headings. So it says headings are titles at the top of a page, section, or chapter of a nonfiction text. Headings help to organize the text on the form. They also give the reader information about the topic of the text that follows. You can find the heading to make a prediction about the text before you read. The text and author is the weather. The heading is the 3 clouds. Look at the heading. What do you already know about this topic? So if we're in a classroom setting and we're talking about the weather, our heading is going to be 3 clouds. What do we know about 3 clouds, class? Clouds are in the sky. There are different kinds of clouds, different shapes, different sizes, right? So what do you think the text will be about? The kinds of clouds you can see. I feel like this is a really awesome strategy and tool to help students identify what they're looking at, especially ESL kids. If we don't know what the subject or the word choice or the vocabulary is, we can identify with the visual. What are some words you might expect to see? Rain, sky, thunder, right? Over here, it says practice turning headings into questions. This is a great way for students to activate their schema and think about what they already know about that topic and what they might find as they read. I read it again to remind you guys, we are now talking about the subheading. Okay? So this is our header, or we can call this a subheader, sorry. Pompeii and Italy, sorry. Let's play the matching game. Give students short non-fiction sentences or paragraphs and have them match the right heading to each one. This is great for our partner activities to scaffold their learning. As you can see here, we have an example of the matching game. Students can match subheadings with the heading. For example, the Southern colonies or life in colonial America. Or for instance, if I chose a topic about chocolate, my subheading would be what types of chocolate are there? Hershey's, Twist, Snickers, and so on. Write your own. Give students short notification paragraphs and have them write their own headings to match. This is a great way to work in some science or social studies content, or you can make them silly and have fun with it. It is also a good way for students to practice finding the topic and main idea of a text. Here's another idea here of what's the heading. The popular cackle tree. The text excerpts below are missing headings. Read each excerpt carefully. Once you read, you can figure out what your heading is and what you are reading. Try using headings and subheadings when they're writing. It's also a good idea to have your students practice reading digital nonfiction text so they can see how headings and subheadings look on the screen. Online articles, encyclopedia databases, etc. are helpful resources. Here is an example of students practicing reading digital nonfiction text so they can see how headings and subheadings look on the screen. Keep them short. Headings are usually 1 through 5 words, depending on the citation style. They give an idea of what the section of the paper is about, but not an in-depth analysis. Make them parallel. Headings should use a consistent style. If you're not using the in front of the headlines, don't use it in front of any. Use explanatory subheadings. Can be slightly longer than headings since they are essentially expanding on the heading. They should provide a good frame for the context but without bogging down the paper. Here listed are my ELPS that are used for the strategies in this PowerPoint. And lastly, don't overdo it. Not every paragraph needs a subheading. Don't replace the topic sentences and add headings and subheadings after the paper is written. Thank you for listening.